Hey guys, Dominic Zen here. It's Wednesday, February the 20th, and I just sort of got kicked sideways. If any of you guys have been keeping up with me on Facebook or whatever, you know that my sidekick has some sort of growth or tumor on him, and it started bleeding a little bit yesterday, and had wound up in the emergency vet last night for a couple hours. And the vet there got real concerned and basically told me instead of waiting till this Wednesday, 2 days from now, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I needed to get him to the vet, try to get him into the vet today. Let's see if that helps a little bit. Hey, we got a little bit of light. So, nothing like having a doctor sit there and tell you, you gotta do something now. I was planning on going crazy, Wednesday, but when things started going sideways yesterday, I am all sorts of just sort of jacked up here. So this being one of my videos, and I need to sort of try to keep it business related, we're going to talk a little bit about, some thoughts on being ready for an emergency, or when, like now, shit goes sideways. Not everything in your business life is going to be happy little fluffy bunnies, clouds, rainbows type of stuff. There's always, something's going to happen sooner or later, and are you ready for it? Myself, I consider myself a little bit of an amateur prepper. Those weirdo guys that you always think of out in the hill, in BFE, socking away, guns, ammo, food, with all the underground bunkers and shit. I live in a suburban area. I don't have a bunker. I do have some firearms. But, it's the same mindset for doing that as you do in business. You go to the grocery store. Instead of getting what you need, you go, hey, I'll buy an extra can of tuna fish. I'll grab an extra thing of crackers, some peanut butter, a little bit here, a little bit there, and you go and you stock it away in your pantry so you have food. If you buy bottled water, the big pallets of them, like you can get like Walmart's brand, you get like 28 bottles of water for $3 or something. You buy an extra pallet every now and then, or a gallons of water, and you just stick it away and you rotate it out. So if something happens, you have some water that, and me personally, I'm not looking for the end of the world type of scenario. I'm just looking like, I live in Dallas. We can get tornadoes. We get nasty thunderstorms. What if your power goes out for a few days? You're in a place that has an earthquake. That's what I'm, just something where, help will get to you here in a few days. What does this have to do with business? Well, the past couple of years, I say that because in certain aspects of your life, you have to make sure you have stuff piled away. Batteries, flashlights, blankets, if it's cold outside. For those of you up north, if you get hit by the blizzards every year, you have gas, you have backup generators, and all that stuff. Just things to get you through until power comes back on, and all that kind of stuff. The same with business. The first couple, I've been doing this online thing 2.5, 3 years now, something like that. And it was a hard lesson for me because I had all my eggs in one basket. Well, not every company is going to be able to withstand time, guys. Something's going to happen. You're going to find out maybe you joined something that sounded really good and the owner's a grade A piece of shit and he takes all the money and runs. Something happens and the company you're with gets shut down. What if the company you're with stops taking a payment processor? I've had that happen. What are you doing? Just like we're all trying to create multiple streams of income, what are you doing with your business life to ensure that you have more than one option when, doing your day-to-day thing? Prime example, I got my cell phone here. If there's something, I can make Facebook posts with my cell phone. Or, there's my bloody computer, and yes, I'm watching I got husky videos up on my freaking YouTube. If you saw that, whoopee doo. I need to get my mind off my dog for a few minutes before I head to work. But you have your computer. My computer's sitting over here. What happens if my computer goes down due to a virus? What if I lose internet connection on my computer? What do you do? I can't, when it comes to my computer, yes, I've hot linked I don't know what the term is, but I've used my damn cell phone and my unlimited data plan, to hot jump my computer from my AT&T service or whoever I have through my phone to make sure I can get online to do my business stuff for the night. How many payment processors do you use? PayPal is notorious for shutting people down, even legitimate little small businesses. Do you accept PayPal? Do you accept Payza? Do you do Bitcoin? What other payment processors are out there? What are your options? Are you so hell-bent on one company? What's wrong with advertising multiple offers? So in case something does go bad, I have some rev shares. Right, one of them, as many of you know, are going rounds and rounds in court with the SEC. That one screwed me over big time because I had all my eggs in one basket. I got 3 active ones right now. One of which is, it's not shut down, but the site is down for maintenance and for updates, constantly in and out. And it was a big, that was a big one for me. To be able to advertise my stuff, but to help start generating money. If Rob is broke man's plan, excuse me. That was starting to move and groove there. That one got pulled out from the rug. The one with SEC, I was, about to just make that perfect mark, and I would have had, about $1,000 a month using that plan, that strategy to work my business from and still build and all that. That got pulled out from under me. I got 2 others that are slowly building up. I learned, can't just have one option. Things happen every day. What if they cancel your account? What do you do? Are you dependent solely on the one? If you're dependent solely on one thing, bad move. We're all in this to earn extra money. I'm fortunate enough to still have a job. What about the people that put their life savings into some opportunity, and that one opportunity was their everything? When you start making the money, you portion it out. Some goes back into your advertising, some goes into your pocket. Well, what are you putting back? You heard me talking about putting the food back as being a prepper. But what are you putting back for financial emergencies? Like today, my dog. The only reason I'm able to be taking care of him, it's not because I make a lot of money. It's because I sat on my freaking Christmas bonus this year because I knew something, because I knew he had this thing. I went on vacation, had to take care of it. I could have not gone on vacation. Well, let me tell you, I needed to go on vacation. It was a mental health thing for me. I had, but I was expecting that. Had to do it. Or otherwise I would not be in a good place. Knew what I was going to be getting into. Didn't expect it a few days sooner. But I had a backup plan in place. I could have gone and blown everything, that I got from my work, the bonus. But I didn't. So now I can take care of my boy. When as you start getting your money in, this is part of why a lot of us start getting into trying to make money on the side. We're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Your kid has got to go to the hospital. Your kid needs teeth shit done. He just plays sports and got his front 2 teeth kicked in or something. Now you got an emergency trip to the dentist. Can you pay for it? I can't. There are a lot of people out there that go, I don't know how we're going to afford this. So that's why, I guess it's like, what are you doing to set aside financially on top of what you're trying to accomplish and say replacing your job like I am. You know, keep it in mind. I'm going to quit rambling, but keep it in mind as you're working your business, guys. You know, shit happens all the time. You know, businesses come and go. Are you making sure you're setting enough money aside for the emergencies? You know, what are you doing to make sure you can handle an emergency, any kind of emergency, financially, you know, whatever. Anyway, I'm Dominic Zen. I'll talk to you on another video.